Hello, and welcome back to my channel, you guys. Welcome back to the Wrapped and Scraps channel. And guess what we are doing tonight? Guess what we're doing tonight? Yep, as you can see behind me, it's time to make our spring wreath. Aren't we excited? I'm excited. Now, I meant to do this earlier so I can hang it on the door and you guys can see how it looks and all that jazz. But, you know, I have a whole house over here I'm running and I just didn't have the time to do it. So, we're doing it now. Come with me. So, first thing first, let me first tell you guys the theme I decided to go with this year. Now, it was a hard decision, but I think I have come up with what I want to do. If you know me by now, if you've been watching my videos when it comes to decor, I do like to go more on the whimsical side of things. And so I thought that it would be perfect since I'm reusing my teapot centerpiece for my dining room tablescape. I thought it would be perfect to go ahead and do the same thing on the wreath on the door. So yes, my friends, my loves, we're gonna find a way to get this teapot on this wreath form here where it looks like it is pouring out the tea, okay? And pouring out the tea, I want it to say spring. All right, you guys, and so here you see me attaching the wired hanger to the wreath form, and I'm going to be using this wire hanger to kind of mount down the little teapot. Now, it is glass, it is a real teapot. I bought it from Ross for $10, and I just want to make sure that that's on there really well. That's the centerpiece of this wreath. I want to make sure that it's stable and that it's not going to be bobbling around, and so I'm just twisting up the wire and kind of forming it into a position that I think is best for the teapot. Next, you're going to see me placing all of my decoupage mosh onto the wreath form. I am using zip ties to do this. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because that is what I had on hand and I really didn't feel like doing the whole pipe cleaner thing. Those of you who make wreaths know what I'm talking about. So I thought that I would just go ahead and do the zip ties and then utilize some flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree just a few days prior to making this. And my whole goal was to spend about 20 bucks on the flowers or whatever else I might need, and then the rest using and shopping my craft room. And so all of the decoupage mosh that you see on this wreath form, the purple, the blue, and then there's going to be some pink with some white stripes, they're all decoupage mosh that I already had previously, and I wanted to utilize the stuff that I had. So this is kind of like a real DIY wreath in the best sense imaginable. I just wanted to not spend a lot of money to make it. Here you just see me setting it all up. So, as you can see behind me, we got a lot going on. I am still working on this wreath. I started it the other day, yesterday night, or the day before that, and then I had to just stop because I had so much going on in my household that I need to take care of a few things around here. But I am back, and we're going to get back started on it, okay? Here we go. Okay, so with this situation, the reason I hung the wreath up on the wall is because you can see what you're doing better. It also allows you to be able to place your flowers and or what other accessories that you're placing on your wreath and gauge the depth. You know, it's really important that your wreath doesn't look flat unless that's the look you're going for. And in order to do that, you're going to have to utilize the different flowers and or other objects that you've picked to make your wreath, and have some closer up, some further in. You want some texture, so you want some deep in and some hanging over the sides. And so that's what you saw me doing there. Now, onto our spring sign. I took some pipe cleaner and twisted it all together to make the word spring. And then I took some of this flower tape that you would usually use in a live arrangement. And I just wrapped this all around the pipe cleaners so that it can be more sturdy. As you know, pipe cleaners are very flimsy, and I did not have the right type of wire that I wanted to use to back it up. And then some sequins, and then a couple of bling fake rhinestones. So that was the process of this whole situation. All right, you guys, and so I found this rope over in the garden section at the dollar store, and I wanted to incorporate it with some bling on it. So here you see me just kind of looping it throughout the wreath. I wanted this to be kind of a simple wreath when it came to the other sections of the wreath, aside from the teapot and the flower cluster. And so I just threw a little bit of bling on the rope and kind of, raveled it throughout the wreath, attached it to the spring lettering, and that was that. I put the bling to make it look like there was water pouring out of the teapot. That was the whole reason for the rope, was to kind of add some more theatrics to the little teapot. So it came out really great. I'm happy with how it came out. Immensely excited about it. I wish there's a few things I would do differently, but with working with just the tools that I had on hand, aside from picking up a couple of flowers, I'm pretty proud of how the whole project came together. And I just want thought I would also share with you guys my little entryway. I haven't done anything special. I just put a few little things here on this table when you first walk into the foyer. Just a candle with some really colorful eggs in it, a bunny, and then one of my favorite candelabras with some more eggs going around it. And that's all right, you guys. So it's later on in the nighttime. It's nighttime. Yes, I was working on this thing all night. So I will be uploading it tomorrow after I put it on the door, so that way you guys can see it. So yes, I know it was a long process, a long process, but guess what? We had a good time. We had a good time doing it. I was listening to my Luther, my Freddie Jackson, my Gerald Levert, the Whispers. I was very happy with my life, sipping my tea and coffees, and closing my door so the kids won't come in here bothering me. I had a little bit of me time for maybe 30 minutes of the 2 hours it took to construct this. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Excuse all the mess. If you have a craft room, it can get real crazy real quick in a craft room. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you are staying happy. I hope that you are doing something good to inspire yourself and somebody else. Excuse the hollering in the background. I hope that you guys are living your best life to the best of your ability with what you have. Work with what you got. Repurpose, recycle, reuse. All aspects of your life, okay? That's everything. Do the best you can do with what you have. That's all I can ask you to do. Like my grandpa used to say to me, honey, did you do your best? And I say, yeah, I did my best. He said, well, you can't do more than that. That's all you can do is your best. And only you know if you're doing your best, right? So do your best. Stay motivated. Stay creating. Stay crafty. Get in that self-care, okay? Self-care. If you're going to be any good to anyone or yourself, self-care. Especially you mothers out there with all these children like I have. You need to get away sometimes in self-care. And if your craft room is your way of self-caring, honey, do all the self-caring you can do, okay? Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night. As you guys know, I'm a night owl. I'm up sometimes 2-3 o'clock in the morning crafting and just having some alone time, because that's the only time I get. So that's what I take. So I am trying to
repurpose, recycle, and reuse the time that I have left. Okay, so that's what I do. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was such a fun project. I really love how it turned out. Please leave your comments down in the description box below. Remember that you can follow me on Instagram. I think I'm on Twitter, Facebook. wrappedinScraps.com is my website. I will start I do vlogs there. I do blogs there on wrappedinScrap.com on all the stuff that I do. So go there if you want more resources on what products I use and things like that. I'm going to start adding that stuff to it. Okay, so stay wrapped in scraps. Remember that all things, hard times do pass. Okay, just sending out my love and support and prayers to all the people in Texas and all these other places that are having this crazy weather. You know, I'm in California, so last time for us it was the fires. Thankfully we're okay, but I stood on my porch and watched the whole house burn down a couple of years ago. So, you know, it could happen. So I don't know what's going on with the crazy work right now, but as you can see, I feel that the Lord's trying to send a message. He's sick of us. So that's another thing. Get your life right, okay? Get your life right. As you can see, I tried to tried to dye my hair jet black, y'all, but you can see the grays is still up in here. No, that's not even relevant to this video, but you women know what I'm talking about. The frustration of trying to do something and then it doesn't do what it's supposed to. All right, you guys, and so that was my video. I hope that you got something out of it. If nothing else, I hope you just enjoyed, you know, sitting back, maybe sipping your tea, your wine, or whatever you're sipping, and just enjoying watching me construct this wreath. Now, this wreath was no picnic. It had a lot of technical stuff I had to figure out on how to hold up the teapot. As you can see, I did it with a wired hanger. Yes, no wire hangers. It always reminds me of Mommy Dearest, but I did it with a wired hanger, and as you can see, it held well. It came out well. So I encourage you, try to do something with if you're making wreaths, do something that's a little bit unusual. You know, I haven't seen too many. I've seen teapots on wreaths, but not really in this fashion. There's just maybe a few. But the idea came to me a couple days ago, and before it left my little brain, I had to hurry up and just get it done. So that's what I did. Tomorrow I will post pictures. Like I said, right now it's dark in here. It's hard, even with this bright light. It's super dark in my opinion because the sun has went down and it's now nighttime. Stay doing something good for yourself. Excuse my crazy craft room now because it looks a hot mess. Anyone who has a real craft room understands that it does not always stay neat. You gotta fix it up at the end of the night. So I try to fix it up at the end of the night so that when I come in the morning, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with the next new project or idea. So that's what I try to do in here. But you guys, I am in so much love still. I thought that the new would wear off. The newness of this room would wear off. But guess what? I still love it. Every time I come in here, I want to do something. I want to do something because it's so inspiring to be in a space that I like, you know? Remember to stay wrapped in scraps, meaning repurpose, recycle, reuse all aspects of your life. Let's repurpose and recycle and reuse the bad. Turn something into something good. Refurbish some furniture, paint a room, get a new mindset, learn a new trade. That's what I mean when I say stay wrapped in scraps, okay? Stay wrapped in scraps, stay loving you, stay loving God, stay loving life, because you're still here and so am I, and I am glad that I am here today, okay? And I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.